everyone. It's Kage.
Guys, it's Dove.
What, animals her? She's a bunny.
People want show the message, release the messages, show the messages.
I can't believe my eyes. Doxing, manipulation and
What, animals her? She's a
slandering,
bunny.
cheating on your wife and talking to a nigga that was born after the towers fell, being involved in a hate group that was planning the downfall of another streamer. All these individuals were called out for their actions,
Right there.
dipped out for a bit, and came back. And it's seemingly okay.
Static Tokyo.
Okay, let me clarify. I do believe people can change, however, it still feels weird that you could do something like actually criminal, leave for a few months, and come back and act like Charlie's Angels. Wait, that's a movie. And come back and act like a saint? There we go, that makes more sense. I'll talk about a few examples, and remember, I kinda wanna just see other people's opinions and pose the question, does getting cancelled, especially rightfully so in these cases, actually matter? I'm not news or anything, so please look into each incident I'm going to summarize for yourself, if you want to, and feel free to correct me in the comments if I get a few details wrong. Again, don't go harassing anyone, that's bitch shit. Now, Bunny is a cosplayer and facecam streamer. She was also a VTuber, but has been called out for a bunch of shit. She had a whole feud with a VTuber by the name of Lana Laser years ago. Lana has a video talking about the situation, please watch it to get more of the picture. But basically, they were doing business to make a figurine of Susu, Bunny's partner at the time, and it was not business as usual, to say the least. Bunny was very hard to work with making multiple changes, and also not really helping promote the product that she wanted to make. Does Shawty want money or not? Like, she would post about the shit and then delete it later and then come up with the excuses as to why.
I'm Spider-Man.
It literally does not make sense as to why she would do that, but you know. Now, shit starts hitting the fan even more here. Lana was invited to chill with a group of cosplayers, nothing too crazy, but Lana don't really be dressing up, so she would just chill on the sidelines.
I'm just a cameraman.
But she realized,
Saying that enough.
Bunny is
Weird.
a weirdo.
Buddy?
She would get upset at other people copying her, which I'm guessing in this context means that other people dressed up as the same character, but she would end up body shaming other women.
It'd be a lot of the best.
Kinda shitty, if you ask me. She would also just get people to help her take down people that make her upset, but she would be on like some hitman shit because it would be usually a silent takedown that would give your career tick damage, if you know what I mean. She would get passive aggressively mad if people she talks to didn't retweet her post.
Relax.
It got to the point where people went to Lana to hopefully sort shit out, which didn't work at all, obviously, and Bunny ended up more upset, to which Bunny ended up slandering Lana's name to other people that Lana didn't even know, mind you. This leads to Bunny's boyfriend, yes, she had another nigga and Susu at the same time, basically trying to take Lana off of the figurine project. Lana basically said, "Alright, fuck you then," and canceled the project altogether. Alright, bit of an exaggeration, she didn't say it like that. It was a very tough decision, and she just decided to pull the plug. Now this is where shit hits the fan even more. Bunny goes to yapping even more, saying that Lana scammed her, which isn't true. Bunny kept the money she was paid from the pre-orders. In fact, Lana went 20K in debt, which is a fuck ton of money, because you know, they have to like pay for the production and all that shit. It's not cheap to make a figurine. It's not at all. This took a toll on her mental, her physical health, and relationships. Not to mention, I think she also had to stop streaming to like sort everything out. In fact, she came back to streaming as a VTuber because she was scared to show her face. Bunny was a flee on sight type of threat. And the thing was, Bunny still kept slandering her to try to push her out of the VTuber sphere, which obviously we got the good ending because Lana is still here killing it, but you know. There is obviously way more to the situation. Again, go watch Lana explain it for herself in detail. And keep in mind that Lana came out with this statement 2 years ago. And the situation is dealing things that occurred for years up until Lana spoke, and probably shit kept going slightly after. Bunny was also being an emotionally manipulative partner to her now ex Susu. Now, when this happens, VTubers usually do an okay job at outing people to get them to leave. At least, they used to. But Bunny stopped VTubing for years, but didn't really take a break at all. She just went back to facecam streaming. Now, a lot of people are like, well, I would believe you changed, but instead of taking a break to focus on yourself, you jumped off of the VTuber train and streamed with a face cam, which I can't understand and kind of what I agree with, but to play devil's advocate for a minute, if content creation happens to be your job, there's only so many days you can take off, unless you're like Corey X Kenshin
Whoa, calm down, Jamal.
So you could argue that she was just continuing to do her job. What do you think? I could potentially understand both sides of that argument. Also, when I was getting done editing the bunny section of this video, there has been many people that claim that Bunny has touched them and others inappropriately. That's there. Bunny denies this, but you know, so everything is in the description. You can read it for yourself. Now, this example, I don't think I need to explain heavily like the last one. I only explain the last one in such detail because it's something newer that I've never brought up before on the channel. Basically, Dr. Disrespect, at one point probably the biggest streamer in the world, was outed to be a freaky-ass, hungry, glizzy ass, who admittedly cheated on his wife. But the most crazy thing is that he has admittedly talked to a minor in Twitch whispers.
It's not. This is not a thing to argue about. This ain't like support. Yeah, this isn't. This isn't a fucking. Huh? This isn't a cultural thing. It's not like some singular event at a time. This is a dude tried to fuck a teenager.
It used to get like some of like the semantics or whatever the fuck out the way. This isn't like no 18 to like 17 or some shit like that. No. This is a 30-something-year-old dude talking to a 17-year-old. Fucking gooner ass. Ew. And he's back. I can't believe my eyes. And people are welcoming him back. Granted, some of this could be satire, and a lot of it is just jokes, but there are people that are dead ass.
Y'all niggas can't be for real.
And Dr. Disrespect did go on vacation when the whole Twitch whisper incident happened. Talking on Twitch Whispers is wild. The only thing I have on Twitch Whispers is when I asked Michael Reeves to be a mod. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that cringe shit. But in Dr. Disrespect's case, I don't see any room where he could have grown as a person. Because he went on vacation and then came back. And he's like yapping right now. Like, look at this clip.
People want show the message, release the messages, show the messages.
The nigga is coping so hard.
Hey, hold on, this shit ain't funny. It ain't funny, but it is.
I'm not going to go into too much detail about Kage, but just to summarize, Kage was a member of the now non-existent VTuber group called the Mofongo Boys. Kage's big oopsie daisy was being involved in a hate group chat that plotted to take down Kenji.
You wanted lobster, bitch? McNuggets.
And biting Kenji's style of content while also being two-faced. I know it's a lot. Again, I have 2 videos detailing everything way more in depth. Go watch them if you want. This group chat included Kenji's doxer, Delve Love, which we'll talk about later. Obviously, Kage got called out, but Kage did try issuing an apology, even tried to get on call with Kenji to explain himself, which resulted in Kenji hanging up on the nigga.
I really wanted to, like, you know, I did.
Why did it take you so long to cut off Dove?
Oh, yeah. So about cutting off Dove, after that, I realized my actions of what I did, right? And I wanted to better myself. And
I left. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Kage then goes on his edgy Kyan Kaneki tip and blacks out his VTuber Twitter, which is still blacked out. But recently, he's been back as a facecam streamer. And not gonna lie, I did sit in one of his streams to see chat's reaction. And overall, it was positive.
I am perplexed.
A lot of, oh my god, my Oshi is back, I missed you so much, type shit, you feel me? Which to me is surprising because on Twitter, I saw the opposite reaction. I mean, it's Twitter, what the fuck did I expect? But of course, people that don't like him wouldn't be in the stream. It's also crazy because as soon as bro returned, he already fucked up.
It ain't funny, but it is.
He came back and then fumbled the ball immediately. He made all his old videos on his channel public again, even the videos containing the other members of the Mofongo Boys without their consent. Some people might ask, why'd he do that shit?
Money.
Okay, that's just jokes. We don't know for real, I'm gonna be honest. Now, this is the most recent one. Double Love came back.
But why?
Yeah. That face you're making is the face I was making as well. Now, she has a whole video detailing how she is going to move forward and her return, so you can go watch that if you want. To me, it kind of felt like she was basically saying I'm a new person and that she isn't the same naive, quote-unquote, self she was before, since this is a commentary channel and not a news channel.
No, he's got a point.
My opinion is on the little bit of the side-eye type, you feel me? I still can't fathom how someone that has modded for a streamer cannot understand how things like sharing private social media accounts and legal names to others is like...
It is not cool. Intergalactically, that's just not cool.
But then again, she wasn't a very good mod. So, who knows? I don't know. For those that don't know the full story, you can also refer back to the 2 videos. I mentioned it a lot. But basically, Dove shared IRL photos, private accounts, and the legal name of Kenji in a group chat a few years ago. Kenji was made aware but didn't want to put too much light on the situation, so laid low on speaking out. Years later, Kenji finds out that Dove is still making jokes about it, which is fucking weird.
That's just not cool.
And also is a part of a group chat that is basically slandering Kenji and preying on his downfall. Kenji then outed her bullshit, she tries to apologize, and then she leaves. But now she's back. And people are happy? Now that I showed varying examples of people getting their ass shown to the sun and their return, and some people's reactions, I pose the question, does getting canceled matter? How long does it take for a person to change? Now, getting canceled literally probably only matters if you allow yourself to get canceled in a way, or, you know, the platform kicks you off. And while people may hate on you if or when you return, eventually people will get tired or just tune you out. Similar to what I did when Kage returned. Also something I will probably be doing when Dove returns fully. And I've never watched Dr. Disrespect or Bunny, so don't talk to me about that. And how long does it take for you to change as a person? Especially from doing things that are malicious. Do you believe someone doesn't need to take a real break from what they're doing to reflect on themselves? Is simply going on a vacation enough? Is being gone for only a few months enough? Or does it take years? Me personally, it probably depends on what goopy shit you got into. But for a lot of the cases I detailed here, I expected some of them to never return. But what's your thoughts? Let me know. Now that I'm thinking back on it, y'all niggas went crazy on Kage. But when Dove came back, it was like silent hush. Like I barely saw shit. I know Kage like isn't a great person either. But Dove is the one that docks, bro. And no, I'm not saying to go hate on them. That's bitch shit, like I said in the beginning. Don't do that. It's just something I noticed and I thought it was interesting. Alright, I'm gonna stop bothering you now. Oh, and I got a second channel that uploads daily. It's just a bunch of random bullshit, so don't expect anything like too crazy. Alright, I'll stop talking now.